What's going on there? And I won't do my usual intro, but this is an update. This is kind of a sort of a double update, if you will. It's a channel update, it's a playlist update, and it's an alternative channel update as well. Right, so update one. Well, as you know, I haven't been able to make a lot of videos lately due to the nature of moving and sorting stuff and being poorly, having a death in the family, having to sort that out. Some things are still ongoing, and as you know, these things can detract from your hobby time. But you know, I've got my dream now. I'm in the place I want to live, Seaton. Those of you that have been with me for some time, you've known of my dreams for moving to Seaton for some time. On my On the Bench series, I've talked about it. For those of you that are new to the channel, there's a series I do or did, and I'll come on to that in a bit, called On the Bench with Pete, where I used to do some hobbying. I'd get a model, I'd be painting it, you know, and we'd be zooming, and I just talk about you know, life, the universe, and everything else in between. Together we get stuff done. You just put me on in the background and use it as sort of background noise, basically, and together we get maybe an hour of hobby time done, you know, because life is what it is. You just grab it while you can. I mean, I've got another series where they're only like painting snippets, where it's just like half an hour here and there, because sometimes that's all we can get, half an hour. Anyway, enough of that. That's not what I want to talk about mainly. So On the Bench with Pete, I'm sorry to say, is finished. That's finished, but it's being replaced with a series which is identical. It's just a name change. Okay, instead of On the Bench with Pete, I'm calling it On the Beach with Pete. As I'm literally 5 minutes from the beach, I thought it'd be fun, and I could start my video numbers from 1 again, and I don't know, just freshens it up a little bit for the channel. So that's a thing. Also, I'm going to be introducing a new playlist soon called Shoutouts in Seaton. Now, what this is me giving shoutouts to local businesses and establishments and areas that pop up in the town, or have been here in the town for some time, and I just want to give a shout out to them to sort of, you know, just give them some coverage, basically, and give them some internet time. So yeah, we're going to do that, but I'm going to be doing but the same playlist is going to be on a different channel. And here's the other part of the update. I am starting a new YouTube channel. It used to be my personal YouTube channel, so it really didn't have hardly any subscribers. It only had 12 subscribers, I think. It was just for my own personal, you know, mental stuff, you know. Stuff I did with a bit of music, walks around the valley in Plymouth, and I've taken down most of the stuff that was on there because it didn't really serve a purpose for me. But it's going to serve a purpose for me here, so I've renamed it. I'm rebranding it. I'm in the process of doing it, and it is called dun, 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 A Werewolf in Seaton. Now, it's not a hobby-based channel. And the reason for that is I want to do lots of stuff to do with Seaton, the area of outstanding natural beauty that we live in here, bit of history, a bit of awareness, kind of wake you up a bit. I'm not going to be evangelizing or anything like that. I'm just going to talk to you about my journey, how I got here, what I did to manifest my dream, that kind of thing. And it's going to be a journey of my own on YouTube regarding that. And I'm just going to keep going because it's like when you go to yoga classes or counselling sessions and things like that. You do these videos, you make these videos, and it makes you feel mentally better. Well, I need to feel mentally better. I need to breathe in that wonderful clean air that I now live in, and I do that. So I'm going to be there's going to be videos going up for that. Those of you that don't want to watch that kind of thing, just stick with the hobby stuff. That's fine. And the other reason for wanting to do that is because I want to make videos of that nature and that ilk. I don't want it to transpose too much upon this hobby channel. So I'm going to put a link somewhere, I don't know, to my other channel, maybe down below, wherever, but I will put a link to it, and it will be, if it's not already, it will be on my like recommended channels, so I'm going to put it up there. A werewolf in Seaton, blue logo. Hopefully I can pop a picture of that logo up for you now so you can see what it is. If you want that, head on over there, subscribe to that, because I will be doing lots of local and in and around the local area types of videos. There will be the odd kind of flashback to times past. Those of you that are on my Mini Warzone channel, on this channel, I have a playlist called Memory Lane, which is, going right back to my childhood. Well, the memory lanes I can do here, I will be, extending that as well. So there will be a couple of videos coming up on the Mini Warzone Memory Lane channel, but there's going to be a whole new thing on the other channel. So I'm just kind of taking that to one side, so because that's not really hobby related. So I'm putting that to one side. But there's a whole new niche to explore, right? And it's a new channel, so it's just starting out, so long way to go on growing that channel yet. But I will thank you, as we are werewolves. I'll be waking people up, hopefully just by tuning in, just by talking about the whole manifestation process, positivity, spirituality. But as I say, I'm not going to evangelize or impose views or anything like that, because that's where you get different opposing views, and it gets a little bit messy sometimes on a channel when you start doing that. I think some people do their channels to promote their political view or whatever. I'm not into any of that. I want to be a free spirit, and that's what that channel is all about. So if you want to break free from everything and just chill out, baby, and head on over there. Right, now the final part of this update is, of course, the introduction of the shout outs in Seaton that I want to do. And because Mini Warzone is quite a well established channel, it's been around for a few years, a lot of my viewers don't know me as well as a lot of my older viewers. So with that in mind, I'm going to kick off, and I have promised someone else that I'll do a shout out for them. They'll be the first one on there. But as this is the intro, I feel I can get away with it, because I'm going to be promoting Mrs. Mini Warzone, because she now is a Seaton a citizen. I've brought her back to my hometown. For those of you that don't know, my wife, Mrs. Mini Warzone, Rebecca, or Bex as you may know her, is an author. She's written a few books, and I'll put a link to that in the description below as well. I just want to show you them physically first before I put up a poster or whatever. So the first one she wrote, Night of Phalor, right here. These are supernatural fantasy fiction books. Okay, so that's the first one, comes in at 356 pages. Got my new glasses, by the way. But a cracking read if you like that sort of thing. We're talking werewolves, vampires, mages, magic, evil versus good. See what I did there? I turned it around, and that kind of thing. And there's a trilogy of books. So the second one in the trilogy, I mean, they're all standalone stories, but there's a trilogy. The second one is called Parallax. That's first one, Night of Phalor. That's about worlds crossing over and realms. I'm not going to say too much more. The second one, Parallax, is about like a digital AI becoming self-aware and trying to take over the world that we live in. This one's 496 pages. They've been well edited and revised, so that I can safely say. The third one in the series, Rise of the Alpha. I don't know which is my favourite of them, actually. It's tough. Yeah, but they're all, the third one comes in at, I'm just giving you the number of pages, in case you like, oh, that's too many pages for me, I don't want to read that many or whatever. But you can, so I'm just getting through the back pages here. Right, 385 on that one. It's based on a city called Braden, which is very reminiscent of Prague, I have to say. But there they are. These are the books. You can find them on Amazon, digital or print on demand. And for this one as well. Now, this is a book of short stories. Now, Bex Gooding writes, or used to write quite regularly for something called Friday Flash Fiction, which is kind of like a thing for writers to show off their skills, being able to write a story, and they give different targets, like 100 words or less. Can you write a story about disaster in 100 words or less? Or can you write a story about love in 50 words or less? You know, that kind of thing. It shows how a writer can be succinct and do that. So these are mostly the entries from the Friday Flash Fiction. But yes, if you didn't know, my wife is an author, amongst other things. And there you go. She's also learning karate under my tutelage, and anybody that comes to Seaton may see us out and about, particularly in the summer, in public areas, like just doing a bit of training, because in a large open space. We used to train at home. We can't do that now due to downsizing. So we will train outside, and we'll find beautiful locations to do the training in, and we can perhaps film that, you know, whether that's on the other channel, I don't know. It'd be fun anyway, wouldn't it? You know, a bit of that, because some of the shots in the places around Seaton are rather reminiscent of Karate Kid when he does his training, the Mr. Miyagi. It just reminds me of that when I see them, the sunset going down over the hills and over the water, and that, it just reminds me of that. But anyway, that's Mrs. Minnie Warzone's books that she's written. She's in the process of writing another book. So at the moment it's a standalone book, but because of all the real life stuff that's been going on, it's put a real halt on not just mental block of writing, but the whole having time to write. So it's such a busy lifestyle. I mean, we both work as well. She writes the books, I edit them. As you know, I've got a degree in English literature and language and media. I edit the books. I put it through 5 or 6 drafts. They go through beta reading, different people long before they're ever published. And we operate under the Wolf logo, which is Words of Literary Fiction. You may get the impression we like wolves. What with the books being about werewolves, amongst other things. We like the wolf thing, the whole wolf aspect. Anyway, enough of that. So that is the introduction to my shout outs in Seaton. So the first episode of that playlist will be under the playlist. This is just the update, but I felt, as this is my channel, I can promote what I want when I want, and so I've promoted my lovely wife. Now she is now a local author in Seaton. We've already donated a collection of her books to the local library, so that's all been done. Yeah, so the future is going to be interesting, I think, with all these updates coming into play. As you can see, I've got my hobby room here now. I can pan around a bit now. Look, you can see different areas. It's all coming together. This is my area. This is where I'm going to be doing on the beach. You know, here, you kind of a familiar camera angle, yeah. Got my new glasses on as well, so I can sort of see what I'm doing on the screen there. So that's kind of fun. Right, how long is that? 15 minutes? I think that's more than long enough, don't you? Right, thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry it's been like update after update after update, but we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. I've found a brighter LED light bulb for now until I get an actual proper light and fan fitted. Difficult to get an electrician here, one that will turn up and do the work. That's a work in progress. Anyway, but yeah, so I've got all this. Where are we? See the blinds? I've got the window right in front of my painting desk there. It's beautiful. Shelves there at the moment, which they're all going to be sorted properly at some point. All my games, my collectibles, which I love. I just love being amongst it. And over there, where there's loads of boxed up, that's the contents are going to be, what I need is going to be put on a racking shelf system. There's going to be a table set up over there, where I'm going to be doing probably playthroughs of different games, either board games or role-playing games. And yeah, if you don't know about that, I got into solo role-playing a while back, and man, is that fun. Like some of you probably watching now, you're thinking, what the hell, you know, how can you do that? That's not possible. Oh, it's totally possible. And those of you that do know that, well, we're going to have some good times ahead. Here is my painting desk where I will build and paint models, and I just can't wait. The future is looking very bright and rosy right now. So, I said that was enough out of 15 minutes. We're going on. We're creeping up to 17 minutes now. So anyway, enough. I've taken enough of your time, so thanks for watching, and remember, all brushes lead to what. I'll see you guys on another video. Bye for now, folks. Bye bye.